We decided to foster to adopt because we felt like that was something that we were called to do. And it took us a little bit to get to that point. We thought that we were done. We have 2 kids biologically. I came to him and I had said, listen, we've wanted another kid for about 3 years now, and it's not happening. And we've gone to doctors and they've said that it's impossible. And so what do you think about fostering?
What was cool about it was we kind of came to the decision about the same time.
Yeah.
And I remember we were on the way back from Dallas for, I don't know what for, but we were just talking and she brought it up and I said, wow, that's kind of crazy because I've been thinking about that for the last few weeks and haven't really known how to bring it up.
And so we sat down and we talked about it and decided to move forward with it. We wanted to be able to give back to our community in a ministry aspect. And so we had talked about it and we knew that we couldn't go overseas because of the ages of our kids. And we knew that there was a mission field right here in our backyard.
We were both adopted when we were little. And when we couldn't have kids anymore, it was a way for us to pay it forward. That was one of the things that drew me to it, was that I could do for somebody what my adopted dad did for me and my adopted mother did for me.
We decided to foster through Christian homes because, first of all, as crazy as it is, we did not know any foster parents in our community. And so I just Googled. So I remember placing the call and I got connected with Anna, who is our caseworker, who is fabulous. And then I got to meet the office staff and just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. They're just people who genuinely believe in a Christian home for every child. And that's our motto. And so that is why we chose to foster through Christian homes, is because they're family. And when you go through something like this, you need the support of family. And so what better place to do it?
So Jackson was born addicted to meth and had a lot of just issues because of that. Mom did meth while he was in the womb, and so we went through withdrawals, which were horrible. She stayed up, I don't know how many nights after night after night for weeks on end.
I would sing to him when he would scream from withdrawals. There's just this inconsolable cry that you can't even mimic. It's this high-pitched squeal that he would do for hours on end as he shook, withdrawing from the meth. And I would walk the hallways and I would just sing over him and I would pray over him. And I took that time really to pray over his mom and dad.
As he got older, started having complications with different things, with swallowing and eating and all kinds of different things like that. And so we started taking him to specialists in Dallas, and I think we were making some weeks 3 and up to 4 trips a week.
The laryngeal cleft that he had, yeah, it was like one doctor called it a deep notch, the other one called it a laryngeal cleft type 1. That's why he had such a hard time swallowing, is because it would go into his airway and he would aspirate his food. And we actually he had another procedure, unfortunately, this summer, and whenever they went in, they said, there's no cleft, there's no notch, there's no anything. Like the top of it looks like it's supposed to. And I was like, does that happen? And they were like, no. So, we just believe that that's one small step in the right direction of all of the miracles to come, because whenever we were in his case, CPS would always say, so what is it going to look like? What is the prognosis? What does this look like? And so I would ask the doctor, okay, what does this look like long term? Because I need to know what to tell CPS. What does this look like long term? And every single time we don't know. We can't give you an answer. We don't know what his future looks like. And I remember one time when the doctor told me that, we don't know what his future looks like. I remember feeling, but I know who holds his future.
Yeah. Eventually, God healed him, and we've got a clean bill of health. and we literally, his doctors say he is a miracle. So Jackson is 110% a Tasmanian devil until he falls on his face and goes to sleep, because he's gone nonstop all day. So
Yes.
that sums up Jackson in a heartbeat.
But he's also very...
Crazy.
He's so funny. He has a personality bigger than anything that I've ever seen before. He can seriously make us laugh. We were at Children's one time, and he just walked up to this lady in the cafeteria and hugged her. Remember that? And she started weeping. And she said, oh my gosh, she said, this little boy just knew that I needed a hug. And he walked over and hugged her again and kissed her on the leg. And she literally started crying. She said, you do not understand the day that I've had. She said, I know that God sent this little boy just for that hug.
I think if you're thinking about fostering and you're just not quite sure if it's for you or what it's about or all the things that it involves, the best advice I could give you would be call somebody. And call Christian Homes. They can get you in touch with foster families that will talk to you and answer your questions. And one of the things about Christian Homes that I really appreciate is the fact that it is like a family.
Yes.
And it's small enough that they know you by name. You're not just a number, and they care about you.
And Christian Homes has been that to us. They've been an incredible blessing to us. We wouldn't go anywhere else to foster. We wouldn't foster through anybody else. They've been there. They are in the trenches with their families. The thick, the ugly, the good, the bad, they are there. And it doesn't matter what time, day or night. You can always call and you can talk to them. God's hand that was on Jackson's life, just to sit back and to look at his timeline, would blow your mind. Perfectly intricately placing all of the puzzle pieces together until we see the big picture. And that's what he does through foster care. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful thing.